Every electoral expert will tell you that that moment changed the elections. And anyone who has spent even 5 minutes studying bin Laden will tell you that was exactly the plan. This man is not a moron. He looked at Bush, he looked at Kerry, and he said, I'll take Bush. Why? Because Bush was the perfect foil for his worldview. Now what do you do when you're now stuck with a president who won't play along with you? You know, you may not realize this, but he's still issuing tapes. He's still issuing communiques. It's just nobody cares anymore. In fact, his last communique, was about 4 weeks ago, was really remarkable for 2 reasons. One, turns out he's still alive and doing well. More releases than Tupac. Parents, ask your kids about that joke later. But if you read that statement, if you read the statement that he released, it was so clear that this is an organization that has just run out of ideas. It's run out. They don't have the sort of boogeyman on the other side anymore. What was he complaining about in that communique? He was complaining about America's role in global warming. That's right. He was criticizing President Obama for not being able to get anything done at Copenhagen. Really? Of course, actually, if you think about it, if you live in a cave, that's about as green as you can get, right? Maybe he really means it. Probably not, though. Probably the environment and global warming is not, on the top of bin Laden's priority list. But he's out. He's running out of ideas. This is important. It actually matters. The words that you use to describe the world in which we live is not only important in these kinds of conflicts, it's probably the most important thing that you can do. And it has made a difference. People around the world no longer have the impression of the United States as a crusading military, as a crusading nation. They don't think in large majorities that this conflict is about Islam in itself. They're still not happy with American foreign policy. They still don't love us, and they never will. But that's not the point. The point is that when you won't play along with the other side, the appeal to that side goes away. And that's one thing that the Obama administration should really be praised for in the shift that they have made from the previous administration, because it is beginning to bear fruit, just like Pakistan. This is a country that we paid $10 billion to by the Bush administration to please get them to help us track down Al-Qaeda and Taliban, and instead they used that $10 billion to create a police state. Some of that money went to the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. But now you see a completely different mindset amongst the Pakistanis. We have had over the last 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 of the highest profile arrests we have ever had since September 11th. And that has happened because we finally convinced the Pakistanis, this isn't about you, this is about all of us. The war on terror is your war as well. It's easy to convince someone to join you when you give them a different option other than us or terrorist. The second important thing I think that has shifted is that Obama has understood, and let me just, again, put credit where credit is due. This process really started in the last year of the Bush administration, and it has a lot to do with the ascension of David Petraeus as commander of CENTCOM, because he's a